Imagine Cristiano Ronaldo sitting face to face with a young fan, calm but intense, ready to share what has driven him to become one of the greatest footballers in history.
You want to know the secret?
The real secret behind success?
It's not magic, not talent alone. It's mindset, how you see yourself and the world every day.
I was not born a superstar.
Far from it.
I grew up in a small island, Madeira.
Life wasn't easy. My family struggled.
But I had something inside me that refused to accept average.
That refused to accept limits.
Listen closely. The first thing you must understand is this. You control your destiny. Nobody else. Not the critics, not the coaches, not the fans, only you. When I was a kid, I didn't have fancy trainers or equipment. But I had a dream so big it scared me.
And I knew that dream was worth every drop of sweat and every moment of pain.
So, every day, I worked harder than anyone else. People told me I was too small, too skinny, too weak. But I decided that if I couldn't be born with strength, I'd build it myself. If I didn't have the skill, I'd practice more. If I failed, I'd get up stronger. That's the mindset. Relentless effort, constant improvement. But it's not just about work.
It's about believing. Believing when no one else does.
Believing when the world is against you. Your mind is your strongest muscle.
Train it like your body. I still wake up every day with hunger.
Hunger to be better than I was yesterday. That hunger never fades, no matter how much you achieve. Some people think, Cristiano, you're the best, so you can relax now. No. That's the moment you must push even harder.
Because the moment you stop growing, you start dying.
You must create a vision so clear that every obstacle is just a stepping stone. Do you have that vision?
If not, find it.
Find something so powerful inside you that it makes you leap out of bed. Pause. I remember when I first joined Sporting Lisbon's academy.
I wasn't the star.
I was the kid who needed to prove himself. Every training session, I imagined the crowds, the trophies, the celebrations, and I let that fuel me. But dreams alone aren't enough. Discipline is your bridge between goals and achievements. You have to sacrifice. Say no to distractions, to temptations. I can't count how many times I refused parties, late nights, even moments with friends, all because I wanted to be ready when my chance came.
And when it did, I took it with both hands. You see, luck favors the prepared.
So ask yourself, what are you preparing for? What are you sacrificing right now for your future?
Pause. Look direct into the fan's eyes, because I'll tell you something else.
Talent without hard work is nothing. Hard work without heart is nothing.
You must have passion.
A fire burning inside you so bright that failures are just sparks. Slow smile.
But I won't lie to you.
It's not easy.
There will be pain.
There will be doubts.
Times when you want to give up.
But that's the test. The true champions are those who face their fears and keep going.
Do you want to be a champion?
Then act like one, starting today. And here's the most important part. Your greatest opponent is yourself. Every day, you fight your own laziness, your own excuses, your own fears. Master yourself, and nothing can stop you.
Cristiano leans forward, voice lowering slightly.
I'm going to share with you one more secret before we pause. The secret I learned only after years on top. Success is not a destination.
It's a journey. You don't arrive one day and say, I made it. No, you keep going.
You keep evolving. And the moment you think you're done learning is the moment you lose everything. Tomorrow, I'll tell you how I faced failures and how they made me stronger than ever before. Because trust me, my path was never easy.
You know, I said my journey wasn't easy.
And that's true.
Every champion has scars, not just on their body, but on their soul.
Failure is part of the story.
I want you to understand this deeply. Failure is not your enemy.
It's your greatest teacher. When I was starting out, people laughed at me, told me I wasn't good enough, that I'd never be more than just another player.
I failed many times. Missed goals, lost matches, got rejected. But I learned to love failure. Why?
Because it showed me where I needed to grow. When you fail, you get two choices. You let it break you, or you let it build you. I always chose the second. I remember one match early in my career. I missed a penalty that could have won us the game.
The stadium went silent.
I wanted to disappear, but I went back to training the next day, running harder, practicing more. That moment taught me resilience. And this lesson isn't just for football. Whether you want to be a banker, an engineer, a doctor, an artist, or anything else, failure will come. It's inevitable.
You might fail a test, miss a deadline, lose a client, get rejected for a promotion. The difference is how you react.
Some people quit at the first setback. They say, "It's not for me." I say, "Good." Because that means they were never truly ready. The real winners are the ones who get back up every time.
You have to build a mindset where failure is just feedback.
It tells you what didn't work, so you can try something new. Every time I was doubted, every time I was told I couldn't do something, I used that doubt as fuel. You must do the same. Cristiano pauses, then leans forward, voice filled with fire. Now imagine this. You want to be a banker. The world of finance is tough. Long hours, high pressure. You'll make mistakes, lose money, face clients who yell, get rejected by banks. Or you want to be an engineer. Complex projects, designs that fail, deadlines you can't meet.
Maybe your first prototype will break. Or maybe you dream of being a teacher, a scientist, a musician.
Every field demands sacrifice and resilience.
But here's the truth. The same mindset I used on the pitch will help you in every profession. You have to embrace failure, learn from it, and keep moving forward.
Don't be afraid to make mistakes.
Be afraid of not trying. Be afraid of living a life where fear stops you from being your best. He smiles gently, voice softer. I want you to remember this. There is no shortcut.
No one becomes great by avoiding challenges. When I joined Manchester United, I was the new kid. I didn't speak English well. I was smaller than many players.
But I showed up early, stayed late, studied the game, listened to coaches, trained harder. And slowly, I became one of the best. Every profession is the same.
If you want to be a leader, you have to lead yourself first. If you want to be a creative, you have to create daily, even when inspiration doesn't come.
If you want to build something big, you must start with small steps. There is no substitute for hard work and persistence.
Cristiano looks out, eyes shining. And here is something most people forget. Criticism will come. People will talk about you behind your back.
And they will doubt you.
They will try to pull you down. Sometimes the worst criticism comes from people closest to you.
But don't let it stop you. Use criticism as a mirror.
Ask yourself, is there truth? Can I improve?
If yes, take the lesson.
If no, ignore the noise.
I learned early on to block out distractions.
Focus on your goal like a laser beam.
Because when your mind is clear, your path becomes obvious. He nods slowly.
Now, let me tell you something about pressure. Pressure is a test of character. You can run from it or rise to it. In football, in business, in life, pressure will come.
The difference is how you handle it.
I play best under pressure.
Because I prepare for it.
I train not just my body, but my mind. I remind myself why I started. When the stadium is full, the stakes are high, and everyone watches. That's when you show who you really are. Cristiano's voice lowers, intense. So, ask yourself, when pressure comes, will you freeze or fight? Will you let fear control you or courage? He leans back, smiling. Remember this. Greatness isn't about being fearless.
It's about being scared, but doing it anyway.
Every step you take forward, even trembling, is a victory.
He pauses, then softens. Tomorrow, I'll talk about balance. How to keep your life strong, not just your career.
Because being successful on one side and broken on another isn't success at all.
It took me years to realize that. But when you master balance, that's when real power comes.
You know, it's strange when I think about how quickly things changed in my life. There was a time when I was just a kid with a dream. No fans, no fame, no millions watching. But then, in what felt like just a few years, millions of people started following me. Some people call it fame. But to me, it was never just about being famous. It was about connection. People didn't just like me because of the goals I scored or the trophies I won. They liked me because they saw something real.
Because I never stopped working hard. Because I never gave up. And because they wanted to see how far I could go.
He pauses, looks reflective. Let me tell you how that happened. When I started playing at a professional level, I knew talent would only get me so far. Yes, I had skill, but so did many others. What made the difference was what people saw behind the scenes.
The sweat in training.
The sacrifices. Waking up before dawn, staying late, eating right when others partied. The hunger in my eyes when I walked on the pitch.
Cristiano's voice grows passionate.
People love a story, not just of success, but of struggle and growth.
I didn't hide my hard work.
I shared it. Whether it was through interviews, social media, or just giving everything in every game, I showed that nothing comes easy. And that made people believe in me, because they saw themselves in my journey.
They saw that with hard work and dedication, anything is possible.
He leans in slightly, voice softer. You want to know the truth? Millions followed me not just because I was good. They followed me because they saw I was real. Real about my struggles, my failures, my commitment. Real about pushing myself every day.
Cristiano smiles.
When you share your journey honestly, people want to be part of it.
They want to watch your progress.
They want to learn from you. They want to feel inspired.
That's how I built my community. Not overnight.
Not by magic,
But by showing up every day.
by being authentic.
By giving my best, even when no one was watching. He pauses, voice steady. And here's something important for you, no matter what you do. If you want people to support you, whether as a content creator, an entrepreneur, a student, or an athlete, you must be genuine. Don't pretend to be perfect.
Don't fake success. Share your journey.
Show your hard work,
Let people see your human side.
because that's what connects us all. Cristiano nods, looking serious. I remember the early days of social media. Some people thought it was just a place to show off,
But I used it differently. I used it to inspire, to motivate,
to share not only my victories, but my daily grind.
and people responded. They started to follow not just for the fame, but because they felt part of my journey.
He laughs softly.
And guess what?
That's how true loyalty is built.
Not by selling an image, but by sharing your truth.
By being consistent. By showing that you care.
Cristiano looks directly into your eyes. So, if you want to grow your own following, your own fans, supporters, subscribers, start by being real.
Work harder than anyone else.
Show your passion,
Be vulnerable when you need to be.
and never stop improving.
He leans back, voice calm.
Millions can watch you, but only the ones who see your heart will stay. Because at the end of the day, people don't just follow success, they follow the person behind it. Cristiano smiles, voice gentle. Tomorrow, I'll share with you how I learned to balance all of this. The pressure, the fame, the expectations, with my life outside football. Because true success isn't just about numbers or trophies. It's about living a full life. I was hungry for success. When I was young, that hunger was all I had. It pushed me through every early morning, every late night, every moment when my body screamed to stop, but my mind told me to keep going.
I wanted to prove something, not just to others, but to myself. That I could be more than my circumstances. That I could rise above.
And when success finally came, when I started winning trophies, breaking records, gaining millions of fans, I thought that hunger would disappear.
That I could finally rest.
But it didn't. In fact, the hunger grew stronger. Because success isn't a finish line. It's a new beginning.
He smiles softly, almost as if sharing a secret.
I realized that success is not the destination, but the journey. And the journey never ends. Every goal I scored, every trophy I lifted, those moments gave me joy. But they also reminded me there was always more to do, more to achieve, more to give. Because success is not just about what you get, it's about who you become. It's about the legacy you leave behind. Cristiano leans forward, voice steady. I want you to understand this. You can be hungry for success, but never let success satisfy you so much that you stop growing. If you do, you will lose the drive that made you great.
That hunger is a fire inside you.
It must burn bright. It must keep you moving, even when the world says you have arrived.
He pauses, eyes shining.
And that's why I never settle.
I never stop pushing, because I want to be remembered. Not just as a footballer,
But as a man who inspired others, as a man who showed what dedication, passion, and heart can do.
Cristiano's voice softens, full of warmth.
But hunger isn't just about work. It's about purpose. When you have a purpose bigger than yourself, you will never lose your way. For me, that purpose is my family.
My children.
The people who believe in me. They remind me why I fight every day.
He looks thoughtful. And here's the truth I want to share with you. No matter what you want to achieve, whether it's millions of fans, a career in finance, engineering, art, or anything else, you must find your purpose.
That purpose will give you strength when you feel weak.
It will give you hope when things get hard. It will remind you that your journey is not just about you.
It's about the impact you leave.
Cristiano smiles, voice filled with encouragement.
So be hungry.
Be passionate, but be wise. Balance your hunger with care for yourself and those you love.
Because true success is living a life you are proud of.
He leans back, voice calm but firm.
Now it's your turn. Take what I've shared with you. Use it, push yourself, chase your dreams with everything you have. And remember, the greatest victories come not from talent alone, but from a heart that never stops fighting. Cristiano stands ready to leave, but looking back one last time.
Your story is waiting to be written.
Make it one worth telling. If Ronaldo's words inspired you, don't keep this motivation to yourself.
Hit that like button, subscribe for more life-changing advice, and share your own journey in the comments below.
Let's grow stronger together, inspired by Cristiano Ronaldo's mindset. Not affiliated with him or his team.